The next platform we're going to use is Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker is quite powerful and it's free. Okay, so just go to the Windows Movie Maker site. This is Windows Live Movie Maker. I gave you a link in the resources document. Click download now. Okay, and then we're just going to install this. It's part of Windows Live Essentials. So we'll click the install thing here. So it'll give you a choice of some other things to install if you want, but we're just going to be picking one. So we can install all or choose the programs you want to install. So I'm going to choose, and I don't want Messenger or Writer. I already have these installed, so I'm going to install the Photo Gallery and Movie Maker. So that one's checked. Click Install. And this will install Windows Live Movie Maker for you. So just wait for it to finish. Okay, so now it's installed. Here's the Windows Movie Maker work area. This is quite a lot better than the YouTube one. So this is one I can recommend that you use, and it's on your desktop too. So you can get it all ready and you can edit it as you go. And then when it's ready, you can render it and upload it. Okay, now before we get into this, I'm going to go and continue with my project by creating another text clip using Cool Text. So let's go over to Cool Text. I'm going to show you this one, last one I just created. Okay, so here's one I created now. Let's just go, what you do is you go to Fonts, and then you pick the one you want to use. So this one I used here. I can't actually remember, but if I go to Edit Image here, it'll bring back up what I was using. So I was using something called Vanilla, whatever this is, A, B, B, C, D, E, F, F, G. Okay, so down here. But at any rate, what you do is you go up here and you pick your font, whichever one you want. So you go into decorative, you'll find a bunch of fonts, and then you pick the one you want. I'm going to continue with this one. So I'm going to put, remember in the last one I had, then you. Need a plan. Okay, remember I did that one in plain text last time, so we're going to use this. Now Windows Movie Maker has a better text feature than the YouTube one did, but you're still better off to create your own graphics. Okay, so text size down here, 70. I'm going to leave everything exactly the same, and I'm just going to create the image. Okay, now I'm going to download it and put it in with my clips. Okay, so here it is here. Let's have a look at it. Okay, so it's easy to make some nice text clips to put in with your project. Okay, so there's my next piece. And then the last one was click the link below for more information. So let's go back and create that one. So I'll just go in here and edit. Okay, so click the link below for more information. I'm going to drop the size of this down. Okay, there we go. Again, we're going to create the logo and we're going to download. Okay, so there it is. We'll add that into our project. Let's just click on it, have a look. Click the link below for more information. Okay, so let's add that to our project folder. Okay, so now I have all my bits and pieces in here. So I'll make it a little bit different this time. I'll use some different ones. I pulled down several different images so I can use different videos, and then I can test them and see which ones work the best. Okay, so now it's time to bring our clips into Windows Movie Maker. Okay, so let's go to our folder here. Okay, now let's move this over. And I'm going to drag in my first one here. So are you getting this? Okay. Now we can drag in our next piece at this point if we want, or we can set some options with the first clip in here, but we can bring it all in and then we can play with it later. So let's go back here. The next thing I'm going to bring in is this one. So we'll drop that there. Okay, and then this one. Okay, are you getting this? Then you need a plan. Okay, and then I can bring in one of these other ones here to decide which one I want to bring in. Okay, so I'm going to bring this one in. Oh, let's pull that down here where it belongs. Okay. Okay, so let's watch it through now. There's going to be no sound. Okay, so there it's going. You'll notice that each clip is 7 seconds long. So we will need to change that. Okay, so, and then the last one here. So what we're going to want to do is change these. Let's bring in the last clip now, which is the click the link one. Let me find it here. There it is. Okay, so that ends it there. Okay, so what we're going to need to do now is change the duration of the clip. So if we click on one here, you'll see that it says 7 seconds there. And we're in Video Tools. Now what we have to do is just go up here to Edit. Okay, so now we can set the duration for that clip. So let's make it 3 seconds. Okay, and there's other things you can do here if they're highlighted. Fade in, fade out, all kinds of things here if you want. But we're just worried about that right now is the time of the clip. So all we got to do is click on each one and change them. So let's set this one to 3 seconds as well. Okay, click on the next one and set this one to 3 seconds as well. And click on the next one. Let's give the next one a little bit longer. Let's say 5 seconds. And then the last one, we will just leave at 7 seconds because that's long enough. Okay, so we play it through and you see that it going faster through these clips. Okay, so now we could put a narration on top of the woman there. You see the look she's given. So are you getting this? And then we could put there that look. So let's click on here. And then let's go back to home here. And then we're going to put a caption right on top of the image. So we'll go up to caption and click on that. Okay, and you see on the woman's picture in the preview window there, it says enter text here. So we're going to enter the text there. Okay, so you see in the woman's chest here, enter text here. So we just need to change this to what we want. That look. Okay, and we can make this bigger and smaller and move it around, change the fonts, all that stuff. So let's make it a little bigger here, move it around, and go up here and make the font bigger. Okay, let's move it a little more. Let's move it up a bit. Okay, and you see we can change the fonts and just about anything we want here, alignment, whatever we want. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. Let's play it again here. So are you getting this? that look. Okay, then you need a plan, etc. Okay, so there it goes through to the end. Okay, now there's a lot more things we could do if we want. Windows Movie Maker is quite powerful, so we could add more videos and photos if we want, but we have this pretty much done. We could also record the webcam. We can record a narration. So if we wanted to narrate this, we could do that. We are going to add music to it in the next step here. Okay, we could put a title clip on the front or a credit clip on the back. And we have these things called Auto Movie. If you put your mouse over it, you'll see the different effects that take place along the clip. Okay, so you can use any of these you want. You see, you put your mouse on them, they just show what they do. Okay, so let's go over and look at something else here. Let's go to animations. Okay, and then again, when you put your mouse over, it animates the current clip with whatever you put over top here. Okay, so let's go over here and check this one out. Okay, so you can do some pretty neat things with these if you want to use them. And if you click here, you can select from more. Okay, so we have dissolved and some other ones down here. Okay, so these are the different types. Okay, let's try some more here. Okay, so for instance, if we wanted to animate this clip, we click on the clip and then we click on the animation. So let's play it through now and watch it. Okay, you see that animation there? Okay, so we can put these any place we want if we want to use them. Let's put one down here. Let's choose one. Okay, so you see how that works on there? Let's go play it through here. Oh, looks like I took it off there somehow. Let's try and put that on again. And go back here. Play it through and have a look. Okay, so you can put any of those on that you feel like using. Okay, next we have visual effects. Put your mouse over these and it shows the animation on the current clip. Okay, so just go across, and if you select one of these, that's the animation that will be on the clip that you have selected. So of course you can use those if you feel like it. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put on an audio track with some music. Okay, so let's go back over to YouTube. We're down to create here. Okay, and then here's the music. So we can again go and find something we like. So let's go to ambient. Okay, and let's go pick one again. I think it's Open Sea Morning is one I had before. Let's listen. Yeah, that's the one we had. So let's download this. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this in with my other stuff. So let's go get it and put it in there. Okay, so there is our MP3 file. Now, let's go back to Windows Movie Maker. And make sure we're at the beginning here. And now we are going to go and add music. Okay, so Add music and import it. Okay, here it is. All right. Now, let's have a listen. Okay, so the video is now complete. Okay, so what we should do now is go over to File and save the project. So we're going to save it in the same spot here. And we can call this Seduction because that's what it's about. Okay, so we have the project saved so we can come back and edit it anytime. All right, now we can produce the video in many different formats. So let's go here. And then we can publish the movie. So you can publish it directly to these different spots if you want. So if you want to publish it direct to YouTube, away you go. Direct to Flickr, away you go. Facebook, away you go. Okay. You can also save the movie. Now, there's different things you can do. Okay, so for high definition displays, for computer, and down here for Android phones large, Android phone medium, Apple iPhone, feature phone, iPhone, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So we have Android 1080p here. So you see that 1920 by 1080 pixel size. So it is going to, let's click on this. Okay, and it's saving it as an MP4. So let's save. And now it's going to render the movie. Okay, so we have it on our desktop now, and we can upload it to any platform we wish as well. Okay, so there's how you can create a great video using Windows Movie Maker.